Mary Kay, the Browns end their season in Baltimore on Sunday, and then it is on to the coaching search. Now, steam is building for Gregg Williams and Freddie Kitchens as this thing kind of barrels towards the offseason. The question here is, does a win or a loss change anything this Sunday against the Ravens as far as maybe keeping Gregg Williams, promoting Freddie Kitchens, whatever they might decide with those two?
You know, I don't think this game is make or break for either of those guys. I think it will be the whole body of work. I think they'll look at everything that they've done over these last 8 games of the season. And like you said, there's been a lot of momentum building for those guys because of the great things that have been going on here. But I know that John Dorsey will go through the process. He will interview all the candidates that he planned to interview. Some of them seem to be kind of falling by the wayside a little bit, but I think he will go through the process, pick the best coach for the Cleveland Browns.
And I think more than anything, a loss maybe wouldn't have much of an impact because, look, Baltimore's really good. They're fighting for the playoffs. They have a great defense. If they go to Baltimore and beat the Ravens, I think that's as big of an exclamation point as Gregg Williams and Freddie Kitchens can put on the case that they've been making over the last 8 weeks.
Well, it would certainly help their case. It really would. It would not hurt them in any way, shape, or form to go into Baltimore and win that game. And like I said before, there are some candidates that don't seem to be on the table anymore. And if things start to dwindle in that regard, and you've got so much momentum going with these guys, you know, maybe they will be serious candidates. Maybe they will be under consideration. We already know that Freddie has developed a very strong bond with Baker Mayfield. He really likes him a lot. I'm sure those two would like to build on what they've been able to do so far this season. Gregg has overseen the whole process, but I don't know. There's still a large part of me that thinks John Dorsey's going to find his own man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The one thing we know about really Jimmy and Dee Haslam over the last few years, one of the reasons they kept Hugh Jackson is they do value some level of stability. So that's going to play in all of this too.
Yeah, I think so. But by the same token, I don't think that John Dorsey will necessarily want to try to blend too much of the old with the new. I think if he does hire a new head coach, that he will let that head coach choose his coordinators and won't try to impose anyone on the new man if there is a new person here.
All right, so the coaching search is coming. Of course, there's a game first on Sunday. We'll cover all of it at cleveland.com/Browns.